Oh, hey there. So I'm trying to teach you guys some things so that you can learn how to frame houses whenever you're doing it yourself. Now, we figured out what a 512 pitch was. Now I want to show you this, okay? So look, if you take this pivot point, get real close. This is your pivot point. See how it says pivot? And then right there, that's your pivot point, okay? Now, right here, there's a bunch of degrees right here, okay? So if you come up to where it says 5, that's a 512 pitch, and then you can tell that's a 22.5 degree angle, okay? So if we mark that, then that's the angle of everything on the roof. And you can see it's over there, that's that angle, that's 512 pitch. But in this case, we have to come back the other direction, okay? Because we're meeting up to a wall. And how do we figure out what that math is? Well, it's pretty simple, actually. You take 90 degrees, because if this is 90 degrees, right? You subtract 22.5 degrees, so we're just gonna round up and call that 20. Then that's gonna be 67.5 degrees is really what it is. So if you do this, we start at our pivot point, right? We come up, so we hit 67.5 right there, and we mark that. We're gonna do the same thing on this one too, okay? Get out of the way. Where's it at? Right there. And when we cut that, that should sit right on the wall. So on this side, it'll sit like this, but then this will be flat on the wall over here where it needs to be. So we're using skill saw to do that, but that's how you figure out the opposite, the inverse of stuff, which you have to do a lot in framing, but everything else, so all your tops and your bottoms of all your rafters are gonna be a 22.5 degree angle if you know there's 512 pitch.